Welcome to Slasher Sunday. So before you ask where I'm at my dad's. I'm in a different area of the house. I needed to record because there's like an hour left on Sunday. I'd already watched the movie last night. Didn't have anywhere to record last night. Didn't have anywhere to record today. So I waited till the last minute, till everyone went to bed, and then I snuck into the laundry room. I'm in the laundry room right now. And in case you want to know what this is, now that I'm looking at the video, this is my dad's old man mask that he likes to scare people with. So maybe I should do the review with this on. So welcome to Slasher Sunday. This work. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. Now this was requested by Zach Livingston, who sent me some money through PayPal. So thank you to Zach for that request. All right. So this is a movie that I've known about for a long, long time. But for the most part, most people I know are not big fans of it. And so I've never really sought it out because it is kind of hard to find, and this is only available to rent on one single place, and that was fangonow.com. I could not find this to rent anywhere else. Nothing. Not Amazon, not Vudu, and I checked them all like individually, and fangonow.com is I have the Just Watch app, so I found it on there, and I got to watch it, and it's uncut glory. I know that the director of this was sent back the copy that he sent in and was like, you're going to have to remove 20 minutes of this movie if you want to get an R rating. So he was like, fuck it, I'm going to release it uncut. Now this is a typical wannabe 80s throwback slasher, with some of the most unlikable characters I've ever seen in a film. I mean, they're, I guess, purposely awful, but my God, man, my God, like, films like this are so hard for me to get through because they make the characters so unlikable, so uninteresting, so over the top terrible that it's hard to watch. And the thing that sucks about this movie is that imagine Gutterballs, if you've seen it, with the kills that are in the film, the style of filmmaking being used, and the kills in the film. Imagine that in a film with characters that are likable. Characters, I don't need them all to be likable, but some of them I would like someone to root for. I would like someone that I like. I would like someone who isn't annoying the shit out of me and want to die the entire film. So this film was actually kind of angering me to watch because the kills are so fantastic and so unique and original and fucking graphic and bold and X-rated, you know, that I was like, yes, imagine this. In, like, there's tons of slasher movies out there that I'm like, this is actually a pretty good slasher film. Unfortunately, there's no gore. Unfortunately, there's no nudity, and so like there's these key components missing. This one has all the key components, but it doesn't have any of the foundation. It's like you still have to make characters semi-likable, whatever. So if you could take that film and this film and just smash them together and take the good from this and the good from this, then you'd have a rad film. If this film had these kills in a movie that was like the characters and all that were okay, were fine characters, like the rest of it was watchable, this would be awesome. This would be so awesome. It's just unfortunately everything outside of the kills is fucking unwatchable. The whole time you're just being beaten over the head by horrible characters. And I don't even mean like, I mean that in, I guess, every single imaginable way. They're not likable as written characters. They're not likable as acted characters. They're not likable in any way, shape, or form. It's really frustrating. It's a really frustrating watch in that way. So anyway, all right, so the girl, okay, first thing I will say, I remember the posters for this movie. and the second one, Gutterballs 2 Balls Deep, which I have not seen, and I don't know if I'm rushing to see it, but we'll see what you guys think. Are the kills in part 2 worth viewing for? Because I think this one's worth viewing for the kills. This is something that I wouldn't mind having in my collection just so I could fast forward to the kills. So we get this opening where this girl is wearing the shortest skirt I've ever seen. It's like this big. It's like this big. It covers none of her ass at all. And when she bends over, we see her pussy fucking like this is the screen and this is the pussy. If you were to have like a 65-inch TV, you'd have a fucking 20-inch vagina. I mean, it's just like boom all over the screen. And this is, one of those rare moments where you see an actual vagina on the screen. The lips, the vagina, I mean the actual like fucking opening of the vagina. You never see that in a movie. You just never, ever see it in a movie. You also see dicks, hard dicks in a girl's mouth. So you never see that shit either. And I'm somebody who's just, especially like limp dicks and just regular, not penetrated vaginas. I always just been so fucking fascinated by how those never make it into film. Like why people are so turned off or turned on, I guess, I don't know. Because they see sexual organs as sexual at all times. When a vagina just on its own, when a dick isn't in it, when nothing provocative is happening, is just a vagina. Just like your nose, just like your ears, just like anything else, it's just a vagina. It's not really anything until you're making it sexual, right? Just because, you can have sex with it. I mean, I can have sex with my fingers, right? I can finger bang a girl. Can I not show my hands in a fucking video? And it's not like it's there. That's the only use that it serves. It serves fucking use of peeing and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? I find it so fascinating how repressed we are, especially in America, with sex organs on screen, and this one just kind of lets it all hang out, pun intended. But it doesn't care about that, and it, yes, it's a shock film, so it's trying to do that. But in watching it, I guess I step back and go, okay, that's shocking because I'm not used to seeing it in a film. But then I have to step back from it and say, why is it shocking? Why is seeing a vagina shocking? It's not. It's not shocking at all. It's just shocking because you never see it, right? Much like I'm sure seeing a working toilet in a movie was shocking when people saw it in Psycho back in 1960, but is it really a shocking thing? Not fucking really. Anyway, moving on from that. I definitely think that this movie would be absolutely destroyed and hated today, and it probably was then, because there was a transsexual in this movie. If that's the right label, I don't fucking know. I'm not even gonna pretend to know if that I know any of the proper terms and labels of anything. But there's so much transsexual jokes in here, calling him a tranny and just berating or her, right? Sorry, berating this girl over and over, and just, I mean, abusing her, and it's just, as I said, the movie is so unlikable. You get a rape sequence that is just taken right out of I Spit on Your Grave. You're just watching it like, Jesus Christ, like, and they beat the shit out of this girl. They manhandle this girl. They throw her on the ground, and you feel the impact of it. You feel like you just hit the ground with her. And he takes her from the front, and this guy comes and takes her from the behind, and then another guy takes her from the front again, and then another guy is forced to shove a bowling pin up her pussy. And then, okay, so they get into this big fight where they're going to kill each other. Bottles are broken over each other's heads. Foots are broken by bowling balls and this and that. And so the janitor comes out, and he comes out with a shotgun, threatening to shoot them if they don't leave. And then he tells them, even though they're, from what I could tell, the only people there, he's like, you can come back tomorrow and after hours and play, but you have to leave until then. I mean, I get, okay, the movie's idiotic and it's not to be taken seriously, but I mean, could you not, I mean, I don't know, could you not come up with a better thing? Like, this is so simplistic. Like, have the exact same sequence play out, have the guy say, get the fuck out of here, and then they're like, they go outside and they're like, we would have beat your ass in a bowling game, whatever. I don't even know why they'd be talking about bowling at that point when all that shit went down, but let's say they were for some fucking reason. They'd be like, fucking tomorrow night, when this place closes and everyone leaves, we meet back here, we break in, and we fucking bowl. You know what I mean? Like, why would the janitor come out with a shotgun, force them out the door, and then tell them that they can come back tomorrow and play? It's just, it's dumb even for a dumb movie. It's just beyond, and I think that's just like kind of a perfect description of this movie. Everything's beyond. It's like everything ramped up to 11 and then ramping that 11 up to an 11. It's like, what in the fuck is going on? Although I guess ramping an 11 to an 11 would just be 11. So ramping that 11 to a 22. I mean, taking the 11 as if it's a 1, so that already at that level that it's at, and then ramping it up even double that. That's what this fucking film feels like all the entire time. Now so the you get this intense rape sequence that probably plays out for like 15 straight minutes. I mean, it's just such an overly long, very visceral experience. I mean, it's just pure like brutality, just to them punching her and fucking her, and it's very real, and it's not pleasant to watch, nor is any rape sequence, obviously, but it's so not pleasant. Like, and this is true of any rape scene, but like, it's bad when I'm seeing a pair of tits on the screen, nice ones, and I have like no interest in seeing them. I'm like, no, put her fucking clothes back on her. I don't want to see her tits unless she wants me to see her tits. I don't want them exposed because you're raping her. Like, it's just a very uncomfortable scene to watch, any rape sequences. But this one's just like, dialed to 22, we'll say. And then you get the opening credits, which is the masked killer of the movie, who's wearing a bowling bag on his head, and he's arming himself with all these different bowling pins that he's fashioned into different ways. Like, fucking, there's one that's like a stake, and there's one that's like nunchucks and some shit. And that sequence is done as if it was the opening credits of Nightmare on Elm Street. The posters for this movie, which I think I never even finished that because I went off into balls deep, were very cool. They were plays on classic horror movie posters like Halloween. As I said, the sequel did The Exorcist. Maniac was really cool. One where it says like, I warned you not to go bowling tonight, and it has like, the typical Maniac poster where the guy's holding a severed head, except for this time I think he's holding like a bowling ball, and the other hand he has a bowling pin, maybe something like that. So really, really cool poster artwork. I like that a lot. And obviously this person is a a really big horror fan. Okay, so then Lisa gets raped, and they all just show up the next day like nothing happened. Like, Lisa just throws on a pair of sunglasses. All the dudes who raped Lisa show up and are ready to play fucking, to bowl. And it's like, you're going to rape this girl, near kill her, and then you're just, going to show up the next day to bowl, and when she does, you're like, whatever, she's here, she must just keep her mouth shut, or what? There's just no way. There's no way. Now, of course, with the end twist, the end reveal that her father came to kill everyone for raping his daughter and all that, okay, fine. So that's why she showed up, but it's a stretch. It's a stretch. And yeah. And let's see. So then the dude with the broken foot, who's like the most annoying character ever, and I haven't even mentioned yet how many times this movie uses the word fuck, or some, version of the word fuck. Yeah, I would not be surprised if this holds the record for the most fucks used in a movie. I mean, it's every single line, and multiple times in that sentence sometimes. It's crazy how many times it's said. It's just fuck this and fuck that and fuck this and fuck that. It's just the whole film. You guys think I curse a lot? Watch this movie. You'll think I'm a fucking saint, man. It's crazy how much they curse in this movie. And cursing doesn't bother me, but it's like, this is the laziest dialogue I've ever seen. I've ever heard, should I say. So, damn, man. They look like hookers, the girls that he brings with him, but I guess one's his girlfriend, and then the other one's his girlfriend's girlfriend who fucks him sometimes. I don't know. He brings them, and then the one of them like gives them a blowjob on the court, or does she not? He's like, "You owe me a blowjob, or give me a blowjob, or something." She goes down. She starts like unzipping his pants right there. Like, did she blow him in front of everybody, or I don't know. But then her friend goes off and meets this guy, and she decides to 69 this guy in the bathroom, this disgusting bowling alley bathroom where they lay on the ground in the middle of the bathroom and 69 each other. And this guy's hard cock is in this girl's mouth, and she is blowing him right there on screen. And I don't know, is it real? I doubt it, but I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if this was actually a dick in her mouth. Because it is right there on his crotch, like with his, everything. I don't know. I mean, it might be his dick in her mouth. But regardless, and then he starts, eating her pussy, and the killer comes and smashes his head down, or her ass down, and her head down, and he gives him a 69 suffocation, and you get to see the dick in her throat, like in her mouth, and it's choking her out, and her vagina is smothering him. That kill is fucking amazing and brilliant and wonderful. It's shocking, it's unique and original, and it's graphic. It shows everything. It does not care that it's, pornography, if you will. It's awesome. I love this kill so much. So I'll give it credit there. And then I like that every time the killer kills somebody, a strike for this character ends up on the bowling alley board up there. How that all happens, who fucking knows? But it's up there, and it every time it kills somebody, it puts like a skull and crossbones as a strike. That was really cute. That was really clever. I liked that a whole bunch. As I said, I don't need really to explain why and how with this movie. Forget it. You don't even need to know. Then the transsexual goes into the bathroom, and this would be a very controversial scene. He shoves a bowling pin down the trans woman's throat, and then proceeds to give her a sexual reassignment surgery. That's what it's called now, so I heard. It's not sex change operation anymore. It's gender reassignment surgery, right? But yeah, it takes the dick. This looks so unbelievably real. It looks like a real dick. He slices it straight down the center, folds it over itself, and totally fucking like makes a makeshift vagina. It's wild, man. That is graphic and very realistic looking. Nutso. Because I've actually watched that surgery just to see how it was done. I was like, how are they giving this person a vagina? Like, I don't understand that. What do they do with the penis? They just chop it off or what? No, it's like they slice it down the center and they fold it out. It's wild shit, man. But yeah, so couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe the killer did that in this movie, and they show it close up. It does not cut. It does cut, but it does not cut away. Just it spreads the whole thing. It's crazy to watch. Definitely one of the more realistic, penis cuttings I've seen in a movie. All right. And then we get a bunch of tits in this movie. One pair I don't want to see because, as I said, she's getting raped, so that's not really the pair I want to see. But others offer up theirs freely, and those I'm willing to look at all day. Then another guy gets a bowling pin through the eyeball, which is pretty good. pretty good kill. And then you get the double bowling ball head smash. Takes the two balls and smashes this person's head in, and it's like caved in. It's pretty good, pretty good. And then there's the whole ball waxing scene where the ball waxing machine is like talking, and it's talking shit to the guy, and he scratches his ball all up and demands another one, and it's the janitor's letting him stay there, and he's like demanding shit from him and telling him to like that he's gonna kick his ass and he's gonna do this and that, and it's like, dude, A, it's in an area you weren't supposed to be in. It says out of order that you're not supposed to go back there. B, he's let you back into the place where he should have never done in the first fucking place. And 3, he's just a fucking janitor. Like, it's so dumb, this whole movie, but it's supposed to be dumb, right? So I guess I'm supposed to look past it. Well, I can't. It's got to at least work somewhat, right? And then the ball wax kill shoves the guy's face down into the ball wax, and then it just grinds his whole face off, and when he pulls it up, there's just nothing there. That was pretty cool, for sure. And then yeah, I mean, I think smashed head. Then the dude with the broken foot and whatever, he just gets a bowling pin just bashed over his head, right and left. It's like the fucking There Will Be Blood scene, but like way more vicious. I drink your milkshake. Yeah, he just smashes this guy's head. Boom, boom. He just keeps hitting it. It's fucking gnarly. And then it's revealed that the dad's the killer, and then that the guy who shoved a bowling pin up her pussy is also the killer, working in tandem with her father. And she's all pissed, like, you weren't supposed to kill any of my friends, only the guys who raped me. And he's like, oh, they're all pieces of shit anyway. And then he betrays the guy who helped him. The dad betrays the kid who stuck a bowling pin up his daughter's pussy, which I completely understand, and slits his throat, which has a whole hell of a lot of blood. It's a pretty good slit throat, I'll give it that. And then she takes the guy takes a shotgun to the dad's neck and pulls the trigger, and it shoots here, and it rips his whole neck off and throws his head to the side, and it's kind of just hanging by skin. I've never seen that before. In any movie where the guy gets a shotgun to the neck and it just rips his whole neck around, and then his head stays on, but it like flops back. Awesome. Just awesome, original, and fucking graphic, and does not cut away at all. So fantastic stuff right there. and then Sarah, our final girl, who I personally find to be the most attractive girl in the movie, she shoots Lisa, and just right in the stomach, and her intestines fly out of her, and then when they like walk away, the intestines are like oozing out of her and just keep coming out like freaking snakes trying to escape a pit or something. It's gross and awesome. And then Sarah just kills everybody, just lays waste, and that's pretty awesome. And then during the end credits, we actually get to see, I thought this was super cool, we actually get to see who killed who in every sequence, because there's two different killers. It's like, who killed who? This is a Scream thing where it's like, was it Stu, or was, it's like, you want to know that kind of stuff, like, wait, which one did which? I'd like to know that. At the end of the credits here, they each take off their masks after each one of the kills, and it shows us who did the killing on each of the kills. Pretty damn cool. So overall, kills are great, everything else is trash. And yeah, so thank you to Zach. Let me know if Gutterballs 2 Balls Deep is worth it. I've already looked. I can't find it anywhere to watch. So I'll have to look. Maybe it's on a YouTube, or maybe, I don't know. Let me know below if I should watch it. It better have at least kills like this in the film. if it's still as bad, it still has as bad of characters, is so nonsensical it hurts, and the kills are lame, do not fucking make me watch that, please. I can't sit through it. If this movie didn't have kills, if it didn't have great kills, I would have hated Zach for making me watch this. I only partially hate him right now. But yeah, so there you go, Zach. In case anyone's wondering why I'm talking so quiet, it's because I'm in a house where everyone's sleeping. So I hope the audio picked me up good enough. So thank you, Zach. I hope it was worth your money. And yeah, let me know about 2.